Title: The Radioactive Dam That Can't Be Fixed. The Monster Beneath the Lake PLs. Subscribe my channel and share video with others. In the heart of a forgotten valley, surrounded by mountains scarred from decades of mining, stands a dam no one dares to touch. From a distance, it looks peaceful, its calm waters reflecting the morning sun. But beneath that still surface lies a nightmare. Millions of gallons of radioactive sludge, slowly eating through the very structure meant to contain it. This isn't just any dam, it's a relic from the Cold War, built in secrecy, maintained with lies, and now decaying faster than anyone wants to admit. Engineers call it the world's most dangerous time bomb, a dam so toxic that one wrong move could poison an entire region for centuries. Born from the atomic age. Back in the 1950s, when the world was racing to harness the power of the atom, governments were building nuclear plants, uranium mines, and weapons facilities faster than they could clean up after themselves. One such project took place in a remote region. Let's call it Lake Karlen, a man-made reservoir created to hold radioactive waste from a nearby plutonium plant. Workers dumped everything into it: uranium tailings, contaminated water, even barrels of unknown chemicals. For decades it worked. The dam held, the water stayed quiet, until the 1990s when cracks began to appear. The crack that woke the world. When engineers first noticed the fissures, they tried to patch them. But radiation levels were so high that even with protective suits, workers could only stay near the site for minutes at a time. Robots sent to investigate short-circuited instantly. A drone camera later revealed the horrifying truth. Radioactive mud was seeping through the dam wall, inch by inch. It wasn't a simple crack, it was corrosion from within. The toxic chemicals were literally dissolving the concrete. No technology on Earth could repair it without exposing workers to deadly doses of radiation. The silent evacuation officials panicked. Quietly, they began relocating villages downstream under the guise of flood prevention. Entire towns disappeared overnight. Farms were abandoned and roads were sealed off. Locals whispered that strange lights could be seen hovering over the dam at night. Government drones scanning for leaks. Others claimed birds that flew over the reservoir dropped dead mid-air. Scientists now estimate that if the dam collapses, it would unleash 40 times more radiation than Chernobyl, contaminating rivers that flow through multiple countries. The unfixable problem. Every proposed solution has failed. Freezing the soil around the dam? Too expensive and unstable? Building a second containment wall? Impossible due to radiation levels? Draining the reservoir? There's nowhere on Earth safe enough to put that much radioactive waste. So the world waits. A handful of scientists monitor it remotely, collecting data from sensors buried in concrete bunkers. They know one thing for certain: time is running out. Cracks are spreading faster now. Rainfall increases the pressure every year, and if the dam gives way, there will be no warning. Just a flash, a roar, and then silence. The secret kept from humanity. Declassified documents later revealed that the government knew the risks decades ago. They even modeled collapse scenarios, predicting mass contamination zones stretching for hundreds of kilometers. But fixing it would have meant admitting to one of the biggest environmental crimes in history. So they buried the truth under classified files and concrete. The countdown begins now. Satellite images show slight bulges on the dam wall. The toxic lake has turned an unnatural shade of green. Radiation readings spike with every rainstorm. Scientists call it the ticking bomb of the atomic age, a wound from humanity's reckless pursuit of power. The question is no longer if the dam will fail, it's when. And when it does, the fallout will remind the world of a simple truth. You can't build a wall high enough to contain the mistakes of the past. The original blueprints for the dam were designed by a secret division of military engineers, operating under a fake construction company. None of the workers knew what they were building. They were told it was a hydroelectric power station, bringing energy to the people. But deep within the structure, behind reinforced barriers, special pipes led directly from nuclear waste tanks at the nearby facility. Only a handful of high-ranking officials knew the truth, that the dam wasn't generating power. It was a coffin for radioactive waste. When the last section of concrete was poured, those who built it were told to forget it ever existed. Many later suffered mysterious illnesses. None received answers. The scientist who tried to warn the world. In the early 2000s, a young nuclear engineer named Dr. Lena Vorik stumbled upon classified documents detailing the dam's true purpose. The data terrified her. Radiation levels 10 times higher than safety limits, recorded from sensors embedded in the dam wall. She tried to raise the alarm, contacting journalists and environmental agencies. Days later, her research lab was raided, her computer confiscated, her professional license revoked. 2 months after that, Lena vanished while traveling to a conference in Geneva. Officials called it a car accident, but those who knew her insist she was silenced. Her name lives on in leaked reports, the so-called Vorik files, which first revealed how close the dam is to catastrophic failure. The river of death below the dam flows a river once known for its clear blue waters and thriving fish populations. Now, it's a lifeless channel. The soil around it glows faintly under UV light. The few plants that grow there twist unnaturally, their roots burned by radiation. Locals call it the River of Death. Even the animals avoid it. Environmental groups have taken water samples in secret, finding levels of plutonium and cesium high enough to make entire regions uninhabitable. The contamination is already spreading downstream, carried silently through irrigation canals, groundwater, and rain clouds. The world doesn't know it yet, but the poisoning has already begun. The operation that failed. In 2014, a secret mission known as Operation Shieldfall was launched. The goal: seal the dam using an experimental robotic system capable of working in high radiation zones. The first robot melted within hours. The second exploded after contact with a hotspot. By the third attempt, the operation had cost millions and endangered several pilots operating remotely from thousands of miles away. Eventually, the project was abandoned. The last recorded message from the mission's lead engineer simply read, "We can't fix it. We can only wait." The ghost towns downstream. Entire communities have vanished from the valley below. Schools sit empty, homes covered in dust, children's toys scattered across playgrounds frozen in time. Radiation detectors still click wildly in the silence. Those who once lived there were moved hundreds of kilometers away, their memories wiped by time and fear. Some still receive government compensation payments every month, though the paperwork lists no reason why. Satellite images show the slow spread of a dead zone stretching further each year, an invisible reminder of what humanity tried to bury.